Hey everyone! So this Sunday marks the official first day of summer, and many people are looking for some fun places to visit with the family. And joining us today to give us some of her top spots to visit in the Bronx, we welcome the virtual sensation who recently celebrated her one-year anniversary of making us laugh throughout the pandemic. Let's give a big round of applause and welcome to the one and only Tita, or should I say Tita.
Hi, Nena, you got a voice. I love your voice. You should like do a live concert with me one day.
Again, you definitely brought lots of smiles into my household, and that's your theme song, So Se Me Pegó. I mean, you have a wonderful singer. From what I understand, it's your creator's wife, so I see you all keep it in the family, which is really dope.
Yeah, because you gotta support each other's dreams. You know, you gotta be there for each other.
I agree. I am so excited to have you on finally.
Hi, Nena, me too. You know, I've been thinking about this for a while because we just recently did an event together, and I was like, hey, I gotta be on Rhina's show.
I know. I couldn't believe it either. I was like, oh my gosh, we're actually part of a summit together, and I've yet to have you on my show. So anyway, here you are now, and it's the summer, and I know we've all been cooped up all year round. And so now, as New York City is reopening, and since you're a South Bronx resident, I wanted to share with our viewers some of your favorite hot spots to visit over the summer.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, for me, it definitely has to be the Bronx Zoo. That's like number one, you know. And I go on Wednesdays because Wednesdays is free, you know, para los nenes. And for me también. Pero before we go to the Bronx Zoo, we always go to like one of the schools nearby to get a free lunch. You know, mainly para los nenes, pero, you know, if there's any extra chicken nuggets, you know, I go in there and eat that. And there's a lot of places you could go to, you know, también. We usually go to like the Bronx Arts Museum, que está ahí in the Grand Concourse. And, you know, in the summertime, the air conditioning feels really good, you know, so that's why, you know, sometimes we go there. I mean, they got really good art, you know, and a lot of artists that you could support, pero también the air conditioning is really
right.
good.
especially when it's really hot out there. So I get it. That's like your little break. That's your little drop off spot, right? Like that, your little take a break. Let me get some air and absorb some of the artistry that they curate at the Bronx Museum.
Yeah, that's like a little stop there, you know. It's like, oh, let me see art, let me see history. Ay, my body's cooling down. Ay.
So, all right. So first you said the Bronx Museum, and then you said first you said the Bronx Zoo, and then you said the Bronx Museum. And even though I know we're giving people some ideas of how to spend their summer as New York reopens, I want people to also get to know you, because while I know you, and while you're this virtual sensation that's been hitting YouTube by storm, and really have been a huge treat to us within let's say our uptown culture, and just keeping it real. Let's just give everybody a little history of how you even came about.
Yeah, well, you know, the truth is que Victor Cruz, the creator, you know, he already had my voice stored away, you know, for years. And sometimes I would talk to people like, you know, I would call them and do like prank phone calls. I would mess like with friends and stuff like that. Pero in the top of, you know, the pandemic, he was like, maybe I could give her a body. And I was like, thank God, because I was tired of just living in his brain and his mouth, you know. So he gave me a body and a life. And on May 9th, 2020, I premiered my first episode on YouTube. Fíjate.
I love it. I love it. And I love the storytelling style that you present as well. I mean, you've done like kids storytelling. I don't necessarily know if it's for every kid, because you keep it real. Like I said, I want to say you represent the urban uptown culture, which I really appreciate. And so, all right, so your voice, your body was added to your voice in May of 2020, and you took YouTube by storm. And even though I'm talking about your children's storytelling, there's other factors. I mean, I love how you've been able to also somehow combine real life into your animation. How many episodes do you have now?
Well, right now I have like 21 episodes,
Wow.
And there's even like some special stuff up there. You know, when I did some news programs. I did like some interviews and like, you know, some little short stuff that is outside of the show. Y tú sabes que, you know, it's interesting that you talked about the kids' stories, but you know what I realized when I was reading those stories? Es que those stories, they're really dark. Oh my God, like they're not really for kids. If you read the originals, they're not for kids. They're always talking about like, you know, abandoning children and eating children. I mean, it's really like kind of sick.
I know, even lullabies, if you think about it, right? London Bridge is falling down. Like, how is that soothing to fall asleep to?
Yeah, that's like not tragic. Like, I wanted to go to sleep, but now you just like added that visual to my brain and I can't sleep. Can I stay with you, Mom?
Exactly. So where do you see yourself spending this summer?
Hi, Nana, you know what? There's the Bronx Zoo, you know, there's the Bronx Museum. Sometimes there's Fordham Road, right? The neighborhood mall. Pero I'm going to be over at Orchard Beach because, you know, they're going to, you know, they have the free concerts. And that's, you know, that's our, how can I say, you know, that's our, you know, that's our beach. That's what
That's called the Bronx Riviera. The word you're looking for is the Bronx Riviera.
That's what I was trying to remember, the Bronx Riviera. You know, since I was a kid, that's where we used to go. And I'm looking forward to that this year, bendito.
And so what about your episodes? Are you going to be recording your experiences or are you going to like just really be in the moment of celebrating the summer and be outside with people?
No, there's probably gonna be maybe an episode that captures one of my outings to Orchard Beach because I haven't done that yet. And you're gonna get to see like my bathing suit, but I'm not gonna show you too much carne because that, you know, use your own imagination.
Well, you know, there's, you know, a lot of questionable bathing suits when it comes to strolling the boardwalk of Orchard Beach.
Listen, I'm not into like two pieces. You gotta keep it real. If you're not for a two piece, don't put on a two piece where you're showing too much carne. You could keep it in one piece and just keep it together. You could even you could throw a fire underneath that bathing suit and nobody will know.
You know, it's always wonderful to share space with you. As we mentioned, you and I participated on a panel together, and I just wanted to make sure that we leave everybody with any food for thought that you'd like people to take into consideration, especially with the vaccination and just the reopening and the non-mask wearing situation that we're in now.
Well, listen, I would say like this, you know, I think about my own mother and I think about my family. And that's why I got vaccinated because I'm like, you know, I don't want to hurt nobody. What if I have, you know, the COVID and I'm getting people sick? So you got to be careful, you know, and even if you got the vaccination, throw on a mask, you know. And I know that now with, you know, with science, they found out that, you know, you could be outside without the mask as long as you've been vaccinated. And that's good because, you know, we need fresh air, pero también we need to take care of each other. So don't be selfish. I know you want to have fun. I know you're dying to go out there and take off your clothes and jump in the water, pero bendito, just, you know, think of everybody else.
I hear you, and I appreciate those words of wisdom and consideration. And we do have to go, but I gotta say it's been a pleasure having you. And I'm pulling out my cups because you see, I'm a super fan, Tita. I'm a super fan.
Ay, gracias, nena. And I'm a fan of you. You're like a star of the Bronx. Everybody knows you in the Bronx. I've been watching you for years. And mira, and if you don't mind, I just want to do like a selfless plug. You know, I want to tell people to go to my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube. You can literally just type in the name Tita in the search box and I'm going to pop up. So you don't have to worry about typing in an address. But if you really want it, you know, should I give the long address? I mean, it's not that long, you know. Just
well, I know, but even if they just go to YouTube and type up Tita,
if they just type in my name, you'll find it. So, you know, just go there. Pero mira, more importantly, I'm really humbled to be here on your show. Keep doing what you're doing because you are helping a lot of people with having your platform. And you do that in person and on your show. So, pa'lante, nena.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, Tita. And you guys, for more on Tita, like she said, you can go visit her YouTube. You're going to have a lot of fun. And if you're interested in her merchandise, which obviously I am, you can visit titasworld.com. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to hear all about a theater festival celebrating the LGBTQ community. Don't go anywhere.